Death smiles at us all. All we can do is smile back. Marcus Aurelius once etched into the annals of time, a haunting mantra that is also strikingly liberating. A visceral reminder that life, in its ineffable beauty and inexorable chaos, is an ephemeral dance. Yet it's also a catalyst, a bugle's clarion call that urges us towards an authentic existence, an existence that does not merely dip its toes into the shallows of life, but plunges into its depths, unafraid of the undercurrents. Greetings, fellow traveler on this vast cosmic voyage. This video isn't a mere assemblage of syntactic structures and phonetic rhythms. Rather, it's a warmly extended hand, beckoning you towards a portal that leads to a hallowed sanctuary where the echoes of a once powerful emperor, a Stoic sage, whisper ageless wisdom into the collective consciousness of humanity. In today's digital age, society has become an intricate, pulsating network of opinions, judgments, and comparisons. Every action, every word, every silence, dissected under the magnifying glass of the collective eye. Amidst this chaos, the Stoic teachings of Marcus Aurelius shine like a beacon, illuminating a path to inner freedom. His philosophy, rooted in self-awareness and resilience, proposes that your value doesn't teeter precariously on the capricious scales of external validation, but is firmly anchored in the bedrock of your internal virtues. Stop caring what people think. A phrase that on the surface seems simple, even simplistic, right? Yet beneath this veneer of simplicity lies a daunting mountain, an Everest that we all have to climb. It is a journey fraught with peril, strewn with the slippery stones of judgment and misunderstanding, concealed crevices of self-doubt, and blinding blizzards of societal pressure. The ascent is arduous, often leaving us gasping for breath, questioning our capabilities. Yet, the summit, the pinnacle of self-acceptance and freedom from the shackles of public opinion, promises a view that is worth every hardship. A panoramic perspective where we no longer view ourselves through the warped mirrors of societal expectations, but through the clear lens of self-understanding and acceptance. Marcus Aurelius, a man who held immense power yet remained uncorrupted by it, offers us his hand on this challenging ascent. He does not promise to remove the obstacles or soften the harsh winds, but he provides us with a mental armor, a philosophical framework that turns perceived setbacks into stepping stones, fear into courage, and uncertainty into wisdom. His philosophy, rooted in the very essence of our human condition, beckons us to rise above the white noise of societal judgment and tune into the symphony of our own authenticity. He teaches us not just to exist in the shadows of others' perceptions, but to stand tall in the radiant light of our own self-awareness. The path he points towards may be less traveled, filled with challenges unseen, yet the promise of reaching our authentic selves makes the journey a venture worth undertaking. After all, isn't it better to brave the stormy seas of self-discovery than to stay stagnant in the safe harbors of conformity? Imagine, dear friend, that you find yourself meandering through a vast and intricate gallery. This gallery, grand and imposing, is not filled with conventional works of art. Instead, it teems with the judgments and opinions of others, their thoughts of you transformed into tangible creations. Each canvas is painted with the hues of perception, capturing the echo of your existence from the perspective of a multitude of artists. Some paintings are light and bright, speckled with strokes of admiration and respect. Others are darker, perhaps even sinister, betraying biases, misunderstandings, or envy. Yet each piece is someone else's interpretation of you, their rendering of your life as seen through their eyes, their experiences, and their biases. A poignant question thus arises from this thought experiment. Do these paintings truly mirror your essence, your soul, your true self? Or are they mere distortions, warped reflections skewed by the lenses of others? The world, in its infinite complexity, would often lead you to believe that the measure of your existence, the weight of your worth, lies suspended in this gallery of public opinion. That your value oscillates with the fluctuating applause or jeers of the crowd, as if you were an actor on a stage, forever judged by an audience you cannot see. But does the sun cease its radiant display when veiled by clouds? Does the river halt its relentless journey towards the sea when unobserved by conscious eyes? Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, would resolutely declare, no. His philosophy hinges on the concept that our self-worth is not a puppet danced on the strings of external whims and fancies, but a steadfast edifice built on the unshakable foundations of reason, virtue, and a profound alignment with nature. Under his guiding words, what stands in the way becomes the way. Perceived obstacles metamorphose into invaluable opportunities. These barriers, either real or imagined, are not cruel barricades blocking our path, but benevolent challenges, here to toughen, to refine, to forge us into superior versions of ourselves. This is the essence of philosophical alchemy, transmuting perceived negatives into shimmering positives, turning lead into gold. When the shadows of others' opinions attempt to obscure your self-perception, consider this not an obstruction, but an opportunity. Use it as a stepping stone to ascend towards a deeper understanding of your resilience, your power, and the profundity of your wisdom. For the true judge of character is not the echoing din of the crowd, but the whisper of your inner self, the quiet observer residing in the depths of your soul. An insidious enslavement occurs when we tether our happiness to the fickle currents of public opinion. It's akin to a quagmire, a swampy abyss. The more significance we attach to it, the more we are consumed by its murky depths. Our joy, our peace, our very sense of self become ensnared in this treacherous terrain, sinking beneath the weight of imposed expectations. Do you recall a moment, a fleeting instance when you restrained your laughter, the sound muffled by the suffocating veil of propriety? A time when you curtailed your passion, tethered it like a wild stallion fearing its power might unsettle the tranquility of societal norms? Or perhaps a time when you shrouded your unique essence, hidden away in the shadows, afraid of judgment, like a lone star afraid to shine amidst a galaxy of conformity. The corners of our memory are often filled with such vignettes, stinging reminders of our capitulation to fear of judgment. These are the moments when we choose to censor our authentic selves. But what is the cost of such self-imposed restrictions? When we stifle our authenticity, we unwittingly barter our intrinsic joy for the illusory comfort of acceptance. Like a nightingale that trades its melodious song for the silent approval of a mute flock, we exchange the exhilarating freedom of self-expression for the restrictive confines of conformity. Marcus Aurelius, a beacon of Stoic philosophy, guides us through this maze of self-imposed restraints. He implores us to cultivate an attitude of indifference towards judgment. This is not an indifferent detachment rooted in disdain or apathy, but a nurturing indifference, a gentle nudge reminding us that the external chorus of opinions holds no power over our internal symphony of reality. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, he professed. This strength Aurelius speaks of isn't a fortress built to resist external invasions of judgment. Rather, it is a garden that flourishes with acceptance. The acceptance that we cannot commandeer the thoughts or opinions of others any more than we can orchestrate the wind's direction. However, what we do have dominion over is our reaction to these winds, our navigation, our interpretation. Consider this, my friend. More often than not, we find ourselves encaged, not by the bars of others' judgments, but by the iron chains of our own fears towards those judgments. These chains, these fears are not thrust upon us. We forge them in the fires of our insecurities. Yet, the moment we choose to honor our peace over their perceptions, we wield the hammer that shatters these self-imposed shackles. Aurelius teaches us that our existence isn't an arena for a popularity contest designed to amass applause or avoid boos. Our life is a noble quest for virtue, a pilgrimage towards wisdom, a journey of self-discovery, a path of authenticity. He implores us to abandon the heavy luggage of external validation and instead carry the illuminating torch of self-acceptance, to live harmoniously with nature, your own nature, that divine spark of individuality that defines you. My hope is that this video sparks a conversation with your inner self, a dialogue that leads you to the mirror of introspection, and there in your reflection, you find a person unburdened by the weight of societal opinion, a person who is above all, authentically you. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius wrote, it's time you realized that you have something in you more powerful and miraculous than the things that affect you and make you dance like a puppet. Don't let the puppeteers of public opinion control your strings. Cut them loose and dance to the rhythm of your own beat. My friend, the stage of life awaits your authentic performance, free from the dread of judgment, resonating with the harmonious melody of self-acceptance. When you cease to care about what people think, you begin to truly live. And in this life, as death smiles at us all we can do is smile back, not with regret, but with the satisfaction of a life lived on our terms.